So apparently we need to talk about my Vex video, my cosplay showcase I put up on Monday. And I just feel like it's too soon in my YouTube journey for me to be doing a fucking YouTube apology video. So for those who haven't seen it, on Monday I put up my first cosplay showcase build of the year, which was Vex, where I just go over the costume build and I show off some of April and I's photos of Vex and Keyleth. And I recorded that whole video, real detailed, and then it turned out I wasn't recording, which I mentioned in the video. So then I re-recorded it TLDR. And in that, I made the mistake of saying Vex's name wrong. And I also attributed the character to Marisha Ray and not Laura Bailey. I didn't even think about this when I uploaded it. And then I put out a little thing on Twitter oh shoot, my bad guys. But it was already up. I was gonna go in and put little cliff notes on it. I just didn't think it was a big enough deal that we'd be doing this. Here we are. So I didn't screenshot all of the comments because I delete them on this channel or on any of my social medias at all. If you leave a shitty comment, I'm not addressing it. I'm just deleting it. I'm not giving it any time of day. So that's what I did here. So I don't have screenshots of all of the comments, but it happened here. It happened in some Critical Role groups. It happened on Twitter. People were just so upset that I said Vex's name wrong. And okay, I'm really sorry. I know you love that character, but I'm not trying to purposefully disrespect Vex. I didn't spend all of my time and money building this costume to disrespect the character or the fandom or you guys. That just isn't what happened here. And it feels like that's what people think happened here. Some people seem to feel genuinely personally attacked by my saying Vexala, which is incorrect. But you can correct people when they get something wrong about your favorite characters in a way that's constructive. Again, if it would have just simply been, oh, the character's name is actually said this way, I would have been oh my gosh, yeah, thank you I said it wrong, I'm so sorry. If it would have been, oh hey, just so you know, it's actually owned by Laura Bailey, not Marisha Way, I'd be oh yeah, duh, my bad, mistake. I was rushing doing that video in the end, I'm so sorry. There's ways you can approach things when someone does something wrong with your favorite character that are not aggressive and mean and just hateful. This is part of the reason, if you ever caught my live streams when I was building this, I make jokes about being a fake critter. And that is because I have experienced similar responses in this community before with my Christmas Jester. I just had some really kind of mean comments about doing a Christmas version of Jester but having never done a regular version of Jester, and some people felt it's disrespectful to do variants of costumes if you haven't done the original and paid homage to the original character. And you know what? If that's the way you see it, I respect that. You should do that. That's not how I see it, and I'm not trying to disrespect your fandom by doing it that way. Why? It just doesn't make sense that I would put all this time and effort into something to disrespect the whole fandom. So this is why I joke about being a fake critter. And I think that fandom gatekeeping is a problem that we're probably never gonna resolve. And this is the reason I'm also not embedded deeply into any fandoms whatsoever. I try not to get too close to the core of any fandom. My first bad experience with all of this, or with fandoms, I'm not trying to shit on all fandoms, I'm just trying to make a point that this isn't it's not nice, I guess, but was with My Hero Academia. I did a gender bend Deku, and while there was lots of love for that, and I love the My Hero fandom, but even that fandom, a fandom that I feel I could have gotten really close to and really been embedded in it and probably cosplayed a ton of characters, I got scared away from. Just because as soon as I dropped my gender bend Deku, it was bam, 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 people coming at me for something they didn't like about the character in whatever way they felt I was disrespecting their character. And so while I still cosplay Deku, and I do have other, I'm getting ready to do a Dobby, I have a few others I want to do, I will never take it upon myself to spend time getting close to the deepest parts of that fandom, because I feel in my experience, when I do get close to fandoms that way, this shit happens, and it sucks, man. It sucks. And you know what? I'm a grown woman, so it doesn't mean, it's not gonna stop me from cosplaying the characters. I'm still gonna cosplay Vex. I'm still gonna cosplay other Critical Role characters. I'm still gonna cosplay my hero characters. It doesn't knock me back from doing what I wanna do. It just makes me go, okay, I don't need to be embedded in this community. Grown woman with years of confidence building in me who can just be okay, I just won't get close to that fandom though. But there are so many people out there that when you do these things, you scare them out of cosplaying and your fandom and out of this thing they love entirely. I have watched that happen with the My Hero Academia community, where creators or cosplayers, especially younger ones who are just getting started, do something wrong and they come for them like the internet does, and that person doesn't have the ability to step outside of themselves and go, okay, this isn't a representation of me, it's of them, so I'm gonna keep doing what I do and just ignore the negativity that's coming at me. Some people can't do that, man. So when you are mean to people about stuff like this, you're genuinely like hindering their ability to be a part of something they love. And that happens a lot. I'm not being over dramatic or OTT because somebody said some mean stuff to me on the YouTube, but like, that's real. That's a real thing that happens. I have genuinely watched that happen so many times. Another point about mispronouncing, obviously this is specifically the Vex thing, not about the miscrediting the character, which crediting is very important, to be clear. I respect that. Like, as a creator, it's important that I credit everyone I work with properly and that I'm credited properly always, like top priority for sure. I am so sorry that I said Marisha Ray, Vex is owned by Laura Bailey. They are both so dope though. I'm sorry for that genuine mistake. But on the subject of mispronouncing things, I've struggled my whole life with speech impediments. So I moved to America when I was 7. When I moved here, I was fluent in Welsh and not fluent in English. I had to learn in one summer how to like write in English and do things in English, or the school I was going to was going to send me to a different school. It's a whole story. You guys don't need to hear all of that. But the point just is, I have struggled with speech impediments my whole life, and I've been made fun of for saying things wrong my whole life. So while I'm like used to that, it is something that always makes me like, ah, shit. Like, it makes me afraid to talk and to say things a lot, because there is always the chance that I'm going to say something wrong, or I'm gonna lisp or slur. I also have a mouthpiece in for my teeth. Like, again, I am not like, ow, like to the point where I'm gonna stop doing anything I love because of this, but there's like so many reasons people say things wrong, and for you to just automatically assume that it's because they are purposefully disrespecting your character or don't know the source material and like basically don't belong in your fandom because they don't know enough, like, that's gatekeeping. And I think that before we send those comments, I understand they come from a place of fashion or a place of passion. Case point. Gosh. Okay, so I understand that they come from a place of passion, but I think we have to be really aware, especially in this day and age where, like being woke and being aware of how we talk to people and interact with other humans, whether it's in person or online, has become so important to our society. I think we need to really think about the comments that we are sending, no matter how full of passion they are, to other humans and how they might react to that. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for saying Vex's name wrong, and I am sorry for miscrediting the character to Marisha Ray when it should be credited to Laura Bailey. Certainly in future, when I'm saying characters' names, I will double and triple check that I'm doing it correctly. I'm just asking that if I do say something wrong and you want to let me know, you do that in a way that is constructive and kind, and not send me like mass comments about how I'm disrespecting your character in all caps and how I'm a dumb bitch in all caps and all kinds of just madness. It's not the way. It's just not the way. So while I am sorry that I didn't take more care to make sure the video about a character that may be your absolute favorite was represented wholly and properly, I also ask that you reconsider how you engage with people who are creating content or costumes, characters, whatever, around the characters that you love. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. I've literally been trying to be consistent on YouTube for 1 whole week, and we're already here, so. Regardless of if somebody like misnames your character or credits wrongly, this ain't it. That's not it, friends. Let's not do that. Okay, anyway, long-winded TLDR, yeah, my bad. I'm sorry. I'll do better. And I ask that you also do better if you're one of the people who left these comments on my video. Okay, thank you. Love you guys. Bye.